Actions speak louder than word. Boris and Frost sucker punch VDL by triggering Article 16. Lord Frost has been urged to trigger Article 16 immediately as Britons react to talks with the EU stalling. The Brexit Secretary addressed the House of Lords today in regards to the position of the UK on the Northern Ireland Protocol. In this statement, the 56-year-old said, "In my view, this process of negotiations has not reached its end. Although we have been talking for nearly 4 weeks now, there remain possibilities that the talks have not yet seriously examined, including many approaches that have been suggested by the UK. So there is more to do, and I certainly will not give up on this process unless and until it is abundantly clear that nothing more can be done. We are certainly not at that point yet. If, however, we do in due course reach that point, the Article 16 safeguards will be our only option. We have been abundantly clear about this since July, when we made clear that the tests for using Article 16 were already passed. Nothing that has happened since has changed that. The EU, however, seem to be arguing something different at the moment. They seem to be claiming that it would be entirely unreasonable for the British government, uniquely, to use these wholly legitimate safeguard provisions within the treaty, designed precisely to deal with situations like the current one. Britons were quick to react to the warnings given by Lord Frost. James Smith tweeted, "David, we voted to leave the EU to take back full control. We need to trigger Article 16 now." At 911 Amelia tweeted, "I sense you are using accord and diplomacy as a first-class negotiator does. Thank you for your commitment to the UK and in particular to the good people of NE. I hope the EU finds a home in reasoned discussion, and if we have to trigger Art 16 it won't be from lack of trying." Mark Vipond praised the Brexit Sec as he tweeted, "Well said, Lord Frost. This needs to be highlighted. The EU has flown into a panic, threatening reprisals and preparing for a trade war. Article 16 is there for a reason. The time may come to trigger it, but your calm approach does you credit." Other Twitter users condemned the triggering of Article 16. Derek Palmer tweeted, "You and Johnson were major players in negotiating this agreement. Own it. We really are not in a position to trigger Article 16. The consequences for GB trade if the EU pulls the plug are disastrous, as you well know. Besides, trade in NI is flourishing with Ireland. The EU could plunge Britain into a no-deal Brexit if Boris Johnson ditches his agreement on Northern Ireland, the Irish government has warned." Speaking on Sunday, Foreign Minister Simon Coveney said that any move to trigger Article 16 and suspend the protocol would have serious consequences. Mr. Coveney said continuation of the free trade agreement between the UK and EU was contingent on the Northern Ireland deal continuing to operate. Suspending the free trade agreement would see British businesses hit with new tariffs and even worse terms than they enjoy now outside the single market. I believe that if the British government essentially refuses to implement the protocol, even with the extraordinary flexibilities that are now on offer, and instead looks to set it aside, then I think the EU will respond in a very serious way to that, Mr. Coveney told broadcaster RTE. The minister added, "It means that the trade and cooperation agreement that was agreed between the British government and the EU was contingent on the implementation of the withdrawal agreement, which includes the protocol. One is contingent on the other. So if one is being set aside, there is a danger that the other will also be set aside by the EU." The Irish Foreign Minister said the consequences would not include a hard border between Ireland and Northern Ireland, which he said the EU would not reintroduce. Ireland is not the only country to issue the warning. Belgium's Deputy Prime Minister Vincent van Petegem made similar comments regarding the free trade agreement in an interview with Bloomberg TV on Friday.